What's good, Ravens fans? Thank you guys so much for joining me today. We're going to do reaction to Keyshawn Johnson and Max Kellerman, talk about Lamar Jackson. I know I suck. I haven't been doing these consistently. I'm sorry. Let's get to it, though.
We'll always have this certain narrative about his ability to throw the football, just like Jalen Hurts. It's just something that comes with it because they like a certain style. It don't look right. Like I said, we talked about yesterday. Here's an MVP, and I don't ever see him on any commercials because it doesn't look like they want it to look. And because of that, they judge things a certain way. But he's certainly gotten better at everything. He got better at running the football. He's gotten better at running out of bounds after picking up 30, 40 yards. He's got better at sliding when people get near him.
And I agree 100%. He's gotten better at almost every part of the game, it looks like to me. Again, our offense as a whole isn't as dominant because our run game and offensive line isn't as good as his MVP season. But he's getting better at everything, and he looks excellent out there for sure.
He's gotten better at so many different things, and his receivers are better. Bateman, young and better. So I'm looking forward to him doing some stuff.
Okay, I want to tell you something because, first of all, I think there's a division in the NFL that's basically going to be the bidding for Lamar Jackson division if and when the Ravens don't get a deal done, right? And I'm
so you think the Ravens aren't going to get a deal done?
Listen, I was always wondering because the price tag was $250 fully guaranteed. It's going up if he has a 60 touchdown season.
So, they're talking about not getting a deal done. I do think a deal will get done. But I do think it'll be a fully guaranteed contract. I don't think the Ravens have any leverage. I haven't seen anything on offense other than Devin Duvernay that tells me that we can be a good offense without Lamar Jackson. Also remember that John Harbaugh's record without Lamar Jackson isn't a great record. It's a 500 record. And that's what just the truth of the matter is with the numbers. So look, Devin Duvernay is showing he can be an excellent gadget player and a good receiver, a number 2 receiver. But again, I know you guys love Bateman. I'm sorry. I've been watching the games too, guys. He's been dropping balls. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all gonna go ahead, go in the comments and roast me. It's fine. I'm cool with it. I love you guys. He's been dropping balls. He's not been consistently showing he's a number 1. So again, the running game isn't there. It's all Lamar Jackson, and I honestly think that we have to sign him. He has all the leverage in the situation now.
That's going up. But listen to this. Warren Sharp does Sharp Analytics in 2019. I remembered this article and I just Googled it because I remember reading it at the time thinking, He says, the point is you are wrong about Lamar Jackson. Okay, that was the point because people thought he couldn't pass. There have only been 11 quarterbacks. This is about his 2019 season in NFL history to attempt at least 150 passes when they were 21 years old or younger. Lamar Jackson was one of 11. Where did he rank in passer rating? Number 1 of 11 who ever lived in the NFL who attempted 150 passes or more as a 21-year-old or younger. He was number 1 in passer rating. Matthew Stafford, Alex Smith, Jameis Winston, Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, Drew Bledsoe, among others. Number 1 as a passer. So he's saying you're wrong about Lamar Jackson. Higher yards per average and a better passer rating in his rookie season, Lamar, than these quarterbacks drafted above him over the last several years. Going back to 19, ready? Andrew Luck, Jared Goff, Sam Bradford, Carson Palmer, Peyton Manning, Carson Wentz, Mitch Trubisky, Sam Darnold, okay? So, etc. And it's one thing.
And those numbers are impressive. And, there's many numbers that show this. And it's also important to remember that Lamar Jackson is young, right? I believe he's 25, 26. So by the time he finishes his second contract, he'll be 30, 31. If his third contract, he'll be 36? It's just he has another 10 years left, and he will get those 10 years. Any injury concerns are just not important. So it's awesome just to hear the numbers that go with it. So
after another. So as a passer, so my point is this, guys, when you're 21 years old and you are the best ever in terms of how effective you are at that age, what makes people think that even if you don't keep that same trajectory, the eyeball test tells you he's not going to be as good as Peyton, let's say, whatever you want to say, you think you're not going to get any better by the time you're 25? 2000, that was 4
They
years.
just, Max, man, like I just said, they want it to be a certain way. And if it's not that certain way, they're not going to tell the story. We can tell the story about any player we want to and make it seem a certain way. But when you really watch football and you really break it down and you're paying attention, it's totally different. You asked me the question, Jay, and I was thinking.
And before he goes on, you can't watch a football game with Lamar Jackson and not see his impact on winning. That's the biggest thing, right? Let's take a quarterback like, for example, Baker Mayfield. If you switch Baker Mayfield and Lamar Jackson, the Panthers will be better than they are, right? They have a number one receiver. They have a number one running back. Their receiver is better than ours, their best receiver, and their best running back is better than ours. Now, their defense and things like that Lamar doesn't have an influence on, I can't really talk about that. But if you just switch them, the Carolina Panthers will be better. It's just straight like that. And so the impact on winning is the biggest thing, and numbers help support that. But the impact on winning is the most important thing. Matt Stafford could not win in Detroit. His impact on winning was not as strong as Lamar's is. Now you put Matt Stafford with a great organization, then he can win. And again, that's the biggest thing I look at when I'm thinking about quarterbacks.
What was the first game that I saw Lamar Jackson just unleash his arm that made me go, oh, damn. It was the Monday night game against the Rams when they opened up a can on the Rams at the Coliseum on a Monday night in his MVP season. He unleashed it on them. And I was sitting back there going, he dropping dimes. And so I've always known he could throw the football. I can go back to Louisville and watch him play at Louisville and know, oh man, he can do this. So that's why I'm always puzzled when people say, well, he needs to work on this, he needs to do that. They all do. They all need to work on something. Mm-hmm. Hell, Tom Brady still got stuff at 45 years old he need to work on.
The point is, as a passer, what's the difference between him now and then? 4 years of experience.
I just want to tie it back to your original point, because you said that the NFC South would be the biggest bidder. So
yes.
Are you talking about, not saying that Tom's going to be with Tampa Bay that much longer? Are you talking about, obviously, Jameis Winston, New Orleans, not working out? Carolina with Baker, we know that's not working out. Marcus Mariota, even though I do like him with the Falcons, they're extremely competitive. But you're saying that's going to be the biggest bidder.
If you look at the NFC South and you look at the quarterback situations, there's a real chance that they are looking at, oh my God, just like Deshaun Watson, we can get Lamar. Remember, Deshaun wasn't a free agent.
And I'm telling you guys, the Falcons, and I agree with this point, the Falcons and the Panthers for sure will give him max contracts. Not max because this is not NBA, but they'll give him fully guaranteed contracts. I'm telling you guys, Atlanta, if they get a better version of Michael Vick, you know what that city will do? That city will do front flips, guys. Come on. They'll give it to him. Carolina, I don't know if they'll give him a 100% guaranteed, just because I don't know what it's like. But I do know that owner down there is eager to win, and Lamar Jackson helps you win. And so anything can happen there.
But it wasn't going to work out. So he was essentially a free agent in the sense that whoever bid the most, he was going to go there. He was going to choose, right? Well, here we have a situation where Brady retires. They need a quarterback. The Panthers need a quarterback, and they have an owner who will spend the money and will
Max, but he's not going to be a free agent.
No,
he can't leave.
But neither was Deshaun. Neither was Deshaun. But if you can get it to the point where everyone knows you got to go, then you will go to the highest bidder.
I don't see Lamar trying to force his way out of Baltimore. That's just not his personality.
Awesome. All right. So again, I agree a lot. Some of the points there. Max Kellerman is a little off base with the demand and out thing. That's not going to happen. I do think if Lamar Jackson makes it healthy this year, the contract will get done. But we got to see. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. I will go Keyshawn on this one. I think he had the best takes. So shout out to Keyshawn. You won that one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and go Ravens.